Hello, I am Melissa and I would like to introduce my project Texture Within the Light. The project aspires to introduce textured light as a design term as a way of describing the almost in-betweenness of the formations that lie within the merging tones of the brightness of the light and darkness of the shadow. The project also aims to evaluate the impact that textured light has upon the sensual atmospheres within art, architecture and design. However, to understand the importance of textured light upon such atmospheres, firstly, the background of how the term was developed must be conveyed. The beauty that lies within the shadow has always been a source of stimulation. I am what you could call a shadow hunter, observing and capturing its magical formation. I view the shadow as a representation of beauty, a magical formation that is hugely misjudged within design. The depth of detail that lies within is fascinating. The tones of light and dark, textures and patterns all combine to form one ever-changing entity. An entity that when combined with natural or artificial light brings textured light to life. I have a passion for creating works that push the boundaries, developing designs that speak a language through light and shadow. Therefore, I would not only describe myself as a lighting designer, but as a light artist, due to the unique appreciation I have towards the details that lie within the shadow. The concept of textured light was brought to life during my Masters in Lighting Design. Experimenting through the years with both light and shadow, realising the power they hold, led me to ask the question, is there such an entity as textured light, and if so, what power does it hold? Discovery of the term came from the design and testing of simplistic layered patterns where light was manipulated into casting shadow variations to generate the appearance of textured light. An art installation, Texture Within the Light, was then developed to highlight the term while also conveying the importance of the usually overlooked shadow. The installation was made from 5 pattern screens, each handmade to convey their individual stance and dedication into the formation of textured light. The screens were designed to reveal that even though different in detail, when layered together, work in harmony to produce complex entities of textured light. Artificial light brought textured light to life, as the screens merged to become one non-touchable textile, a textile created entirely from light and shadow that once light poured through the layers generated the appearance of textured light. Atmospheres of reflection were generated as the formation made the observer slow down to discover the hidden message within the sculpture, that message being that even if something looks to be simplistic, if you take time to look deeper, something visually complex will appear. Therefore, texture within the light conveys the shadow as being equally important as the light, while also revealing textured light as a strong term within art, creating visually stimulating atmospheres. However, the impact upon sensual atmospheres within architectural design has yet to be discussed. Therefore, an in-depth study was established within my paper to discover the impact that textured light has upon the creation of sensual atmospheres within architecture. Spiritual and memorial architecture form prime examples within the paper, as both rely hugely on the power of light and shadow to create pure, reflective atmospheres. Bruder Crossfield Chapel and the Jewish Museum Berlin were selected. The play and manipulation of both light and shadow within each are designed in very different ways to form such powerful atmospheres which are enhanced by the formation of textured light. The study developed an understanding of how textured light takes advantage of the materials used within each structure to generate its appearance, while also merging with the patterns and tones from natural and artificial light to form ever-changing works of art. It was also highlighted within the study that the formation makes way for something magical to occur, as its arrival not only enhances atmospheres but creates an emotional bond between observer and structure. Overall, it has been proven within the case studies and the creation of my own art installation that textured light, with its magical qualities, can impact and help shape the sensual atmospheres within art, architecture and design. Textured light, therefore, should be taken seriously as a term within design. Thank you.